Hello Erongo Talkers, Adam Hartman here at the Dunes Mall in Walvis Bay. We welcome you to a new week with us, and we hope that you can stay with us as we bring you the news, the tides, the weather. We also bring you an interview with Sharonice Busch, the executive chairperson of the National Youth Council, who addressed a number of topics including the National Youth Policy in a speech to youth leaders in attendance at the Erongo Youth Leadership Seminar that was held in Walvis Bay. So stay tuned. Now for our news. Our first item is not good news. We had three fires in the region over the weekend, during which 4 shacks were destroyed, and the one caused a veld fire near Okombae. Now the one at Okombae is a wildcat. Climbed an electricity pole. It was near the Martin Luther School, which is in the Daurus area near Okombae. And apparently this wildcat, not sure if it was a lynx or a feral cat or maybe a leopard, climbed this electricity mast, and it was electrocuted. And when the sparks flew, it fell into the grass, and it started a fire, causing a bit of a veldbrand. But the police and the community, as well as the fire brigade, they quickly brought the fire under control. But sadly, as for the shacks, 4 shacks destroyed. Fortunately, nobody was injured, but this happened on Saturday in the DRC informal settlement in Swakopmund. So people lost their belongings. The police said they're not sure what started the fire. Usually, in these cases, when it comes to shacks, either it's a electricity short circuit due to illegal electricity connections, or it could be that somebody left the open flame, like a candle, on. Maybe they went to sleep or cooking or so forth, which fell over and then caught light and destroyed the shack. So this is one of the struggles that the people living in ghettos have. We've got, sadly, also 2 car crashes that took place over the weekend. The one at Walvis Bay, where a person who was allegedly under the influence of alcohol or drugs crashed into a pedestrian and killed the person while this person was crossing the road. The man was arrested and will appear in court today. There was another fatal accident early this morning, near Vlotska Bargen, in which a sedan crashed into a stationary tractor. Allegedly, according to witnesses, the tractor was in the middle of the road. It was part of a construction operation. Obviously, nobody was there. The vehicle was parked in the road, and a sedan crashed into it. 1 man was killed and a woman was seriously injured. But we are waiting for more information from the police later. Our next story has to do with Siska Howard Smith, who is Swakopmund's constituency councillor. Her party, the Independent Patriots for Change, recently fired her from the party, and therefore she no longer represents the party as the constituency councillor of Swakopmund. And the reasons for this was because they say that she has brought division amongst the leadership. She has broken relationships with the party leadership, and therefore they did give her an option to either resign or they fire her, and according to them she ignored the offer to resign, and therefore they took the next step to fire her. That means they remove her membership, they remove her rights to represent the party in the region, and according to the Regional Council's Act, there will be a by-election within the next 3 months to see who will take her place. Now, Siska Smith-Howard has been approached for comment, and she would not say whether she would run for the by-elections, whether she will run as an independent or as a representative of another party, or whether she will run at all. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens from there. She also did not say whether she will contest the decision by the IPC in firing her. She's had a lot of trouble with the party and with her politics in the region over the past 6 or 7 months. She was first suspended by the party because of issues that were related to a residency in the region, in the constituency of Swakopmund. But this suspension was overruled by the Prosecutor General, saying that her suspension was illegal and she had to be reinstated. And as soon as she was reinstated, a vote of no confidence was up against her from her IPC colleagues from the Walvis Bay rural constituency, as well as SWAPO members. And she had to step down as the chairperson of the Erongo Regional Council. Not she had to step down, she actually stepped down before they could vote her out. So Smith-Howard has been having trouble, but she won the constituency by a landslide during the 2020 election. So it will be interesting to see whether she'll continue to run for the political office or just continue as a fruitful member of the community. Our last story has to do with the Erongo Netball League, which took place over the weekend. The various Erongo Regional Netball League first and second division games took place in Swakopmund and Walvis Bay, and at the Jan Wilkins Stadium in Walvis Bay and the Tamariskia Netball Courts in Swakopmund. And Walvis Bay Quisep United Netball Club thrashed the Swakopmund Phoenix, one team with 37-11 points in the first division match. And Swakopmund's Dream Team defeated Phoenix Netball Club with 42-12 in a second division match. The Swakopmund, I believe, Netball Club took points after Walvis Bay's Mahuili Netball Club did not pitch for the second division match that was slated in Swakopmund on Saturday. In Walvis Bay, the Sparta A netball team defeated Mahuili with 45-33 in a first division match played at the Jan Wilkins Stadium. The action shifts to Arandis, where Sparta will take on Quisep and United, and Swakopmund will be up against Mahuili, and Phoenix 1 will play Sorrento Bucks on 28 May. So thank you for watching the news.
Africa Good Morning is a current affairs program that brings you the latest from Southern Africa and beyond. News, economics, sport, weather, interviews, and so much more. For any advertising or news-related queries, contact AGM at synergy.com.na. Africa Good Morning, bringing Africa to you.
I'm Sharonice Busch, the Executive Chairperson of the National Youth Council. My statement is twofold here today, Honourable Governor. Firstly, I'll share brief remarks on the leadership seminar that brings us all here today. Secondly, with your permission, Honourable Governor, I'd like to do a brief presentation on the National Youth Council, our mandate, our objectives, our programs, our structures, and what we do for the Namibian young people. I feel it will benefit the audience here today, and hopefully afterwards we will have an opportunity to briefly network and exchange some ideas when we are done with the official program. It is both an honor and pleasure to deliver a statement at the Erongo Youth Leadership Seminar, hosted by the Governor's Office in partnership with FES, the National Youth Council, through the Erongo Regional Youth Forum. Today, through this Youth Leadership Seminar, we are able to dissect important questions such as, where are young people today? Where do we want our fellow young people to go? And how do we want them to get there? It's an opportunity to engage, discover, intervene, support, listen, understand, and imagine. And I am pleased to see you all here today. Young people are a major human resource for development and key agents for social change, economic growth, and technological innovation. There is an undeniable demographic imperative to focus on Namibia's youth. The country's population is youthful, and prosperity for future generations depends on investments to enhance our youth's health, education, social welfare, and opportunities for economic empowerment. Every young person has the right to participate in all spheres of society. Fellow youth, the Namibian government has recently revised and launched its third National Youth Policy. This policy seeks to produce world-class, globally competitive young people that can offer a high quality of life. The third National Youth Policy outlines interventions to enable the optimal development of Namibian young people, both at an individual and societal level, enhancing your capability to transform our economy and our country. The policy spells out 4 essential pillars that must be considered. 1 being youth education and skills development, 2, youth health and well-being, the third pillar under the policy, youth employment and economic opportunity, and the final pillar, youth political and civic participation. The policy imperatives all say one thing: we must capacitate our young people with the necessary skills, networks, and capital to become positive actors, and we must do it now. Fellow youth, the COVID-19 global pandemic has disrupted our trade, it has reduced young people's access to employment and income, and it has heightened our vulnerability, as well as it has affected our mental health well-being. The pandemic has reversed gains we have made as a country in addressing our inequalities. But today, I want to leave you with the following questions in context of this Youth Leadership Seminar. I hope it will be instructive to you during your duration here and your discussions, but especially when you return to your homes and your various constituencies. I want you to ask yourself the following questions and deeply reflect and introspect about them. How do we build back better? How do we ensure that the Namibian house remains for each one of us and that every young Namibian has a fair chance at prosperity and economic inclusion? How do we rise above the present youth unemployment crisis, and what instruments in our current policy framework can we use to empower ourselves? What can we learn from the past 2 years of having gone through this pandemic to endure together? And finally, how can we make this year and the years beyond that our years of reimaging? If there ever was a time for decisive, intentional, and urgent youth leadership, the time is now. If ever young people needed to put our differences aside, embrace our diversity, our ideas and solutions, that time is now. It is now at this Youth Leadership Seminar that we as young people need to maximize the powers of being tolerant, of being dynamic, the power of being creative, and come together and solve the issues that we are confronted with as young people. I'm confident that each participant here will go back, Honourable Governor, Honourable Deputy Mayor, looking at the program with what you will be empowered and the knowledge that will be imparted onto you, that you will go back with an increased academic performance and improved social emotional well-being. The seminar will also form for you to have skills and build networks that are valued in workplaces and in your various spaces of leading and in schools, and it can also become a source of economic mobility.
Platz Amir is a landmark on the coastline of Namibia, a home to quality shops and quality restaurants, a select variety of fashion and food retailers, as well as banks, not to mention the pier with 36 luxury apartments and entertainment for the whole family. Find us at corner of Taborit and Albatross Street, Vineta North, Swakopmund. Call us on 064 462 242. Visit platzamir.com.na or at Platz Amir on Facebook. Platz Amir, enhancing your coastal experience.
Safety. One important aspect is make sure that your vehicle is properly inflated. You have the correct tire pressure on your tire, and then which will be able to carry you from one destination obviously to another. And all this information that you see on the tire, these are the sizes 195, 50, the type of tire that you need to have on this particular wheel. So this information is critical for you to know it. And then also what is stipulated here is the lifespan of the vehicle, the lifespan of the tire, which year was produced. Yeah, here it is, 2516, meaning that this vehicle tire was produced on the 25th week of 2016. 2016 to 2021, how many years is that now? 4 years. You probably got still 1 year to go because the lifespan of the tire is 5 years. So that's very important for you to take note of. And there's one thing that I've observed also, there's a chip on your tire, meaning that something it must have hit either a sharp object or a tie or a stone. So you must be able to look out on that, otherwise you'll be able to experience a puncture along the way. But if you can look at the tire, it's getting smooth towards the edges. This clearly explains that your wheel alignment is getting out of hand. You need to get the wheel alignment regularly on your vehicle. And then lastly, when you just feel your tire, the thread, how deep it is, then you'll be able to realize whether you are experiencing a worn out on your tire or not. So that's basically it. And then this should be able to apply on all your tires. So you can just make sure that you are safe on the road. Yeah. So that's basically that. Thank you.
Now for your weather. Sunset at the coast will be at 26 minutes past 6 on Monday, and sunrise will be at 28 minutes to 8 on Tuesday. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum of 24 degrees Celsius on Monday, and on Tuesday a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 23 degrees Celsius. A 50 knot northwest wind will prevail. Swakopmund will have a maximum of 23 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. A 11 northwest-southwesterly wind will prevail. Henties Bay will have a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. A 13 northwest-northwesterly wind will prevail. Arandas will have a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. A 17 north-north wind will prevail. Usakos will have a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. A 11 northeast wind will prevail. Karibop will have a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 8 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. A 30 northeast wind will prevail. And lastly, Omaruru will have a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 6 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. A 11 northeasterly wind will prevail.
That brings us to the end of our show. We thank you for joining us. If you want to read more about our news or see other news, you can go to our website at erongo.com.na. We are also on our social media platforms such as Facebook. You can go check out our posts there, as well as our broadcast platforms such as One Up 2, Go TV, as well as NTV, which is on DSTV. Just go to the channel, and if you have any news tips that you would like to share with us, you can either email it to us at the below email address, or you can send us a message or call us on this number that is below. So thank you again for joining us. Please like and share this post, and also share with us any ideas that you think we should pursue. So we look forward to tomorrow's meeting with you. Take care.